If you've ever bitten into a slice of brisket so tender it yields before the fork even arrives, you understand the obsession with home smoking. Getting that perfect dark bark and rich flavor is a highly specific culinary science, but the hardware sitting on your patio completely dictates whether you actually achieve that result. Cheap, poorly insulated setups run hot on one side and cold on the other. They force you to babysit a firebox all afternoon, turning what should be a relaxed cookout into a frustrating chore. Mastering modern barbecue means looking closely at the engineering of the hardware and matching it to how you actually want to cook. Finding the best setup of 2026 requires weighing those features, deciding exactly where your personal preference lies between automated convenience and hands-on traditional firecraft. Kicking off the electric category at number 5 is the Royal Gourmet SE2805. It serves as an excellent baseline for cooks who want exact, repeatable results without constantly managing a fire. This diagram illustrates what happens inside an electric unit. A 1350-watt heating element drives the system, but the fully insulated chamber does the heavy lifting. Instead of wild temperature swings across the grates, that insulation forces the internal environment to balance out, eliminating the hot and cold spots that ruin long cooks. To generate flavor safely, a dedicated heating tube at the bottom interacts directly with a separate wood chip box. The wood smolders and releases smoke upward without ever catching an open flame, delivering classic flavor completely unattended. Moving up to number 4, the Masterbuilt 30-inch analog electric smoker increases both physical capacity and raw output, utilizing a slightly stronger 1500-watt heating element. Looking at this cross-section of the Masterbuilt's wall reveals a dual-wall insulation design. There is a distinct air gap between two separate layers of metal. That gap actively blocks internal heat from transferring outward, allowing the chamber to maintain target temperatures far more efficiently in cold outdoor environments. It also utilizes a front-loading wood chip tray. This specific feature lets you top off your fuel supply from the outside, keeping the main door firmly closed so you don't lose built-up heat into the yard. These top-tier electric models trade the intense campfire-style smoke ring of pure charcoal for surgical temperature reliability and minimal effort. For those who prefer working with live coals, our number 3 pick is the Flareith 17-inch vertical charcoal grill. It is a highly accessible entry point that gets you smoking for well under $50. The brand deliberately uses thinner steel panels to keep the build incredibly lightweight. From a physics standpoint, less metal mass means the walls absorb less residual heat, allowing the main chamber to reach cooking temperatures quickly while burning through less charcoal. Naturally, this lightweight efficiency means it won't hold ambient heat with the stubbornness of a heavy-gauge steel rig, and cooks should set their expectations regarding long-term physical durability accordingly. Flareith leans into how this material ages over time. The paint near the heat zones will inevitably fade and develop a heat patina. For cooks who put in the hours, that weathered look serves as a badge of honor, much like a well-seasoned cast-iron skillet. Functionally, it relies on a dual-door access system. You can tend to your water pan or rake the coals through the lower door without disturbing the temperature of the main cooking chamber above it. The Flareith proves that mastering true barbecue craft relies on learning hands-on heat management rather than spending a massive amount of money up front. At number 2, the VEVOR 18.5-inch barrel smoker brings premium, multifunctional cooking capabilities to a highly accessible price point. This 3D wireframe shows exactly why barrel smokers perform so well. The cylindrical geometry creates a tight thermodynamic seal. Instead of leaking through corners or flat seams, the heat and smoke circulate continuously around the chamber, extracting maximum flavor from your fuel. That barrel shape also allows you to remove the grates entirely and use a hanging rod. When you hang cuts of meat vertically, gravity pulls the rendering fat downward. It bastes itself evenly from all sides, instead of pooling unpleasantly on a flat metal grate. Because of that geometry, it operates in 4 distinct modes: single-layer grilling, double-layer grilling, dual-layer smoking, and vertical hanging. The entire exterior is protected by a high-temperature powder coating, which is a strictly necessary feature if you intend to leave your equipment exposed to year-round weather conditions. The VEVOR demonstrates that superior flavor is achieved through smart cooking geometry and strict heat retention, rather than brute force. Taking the #1 spot is the Grill Life 16-inch charcoal smoker, a unit that seamlessly synthesizes spatial efficiency, smart heat management, and absolute multifunctionality. It offers 402 square inches of flat cooking area, but maximizes that compact footprint by integrating crossbars directly into the lid. This gives you immediate access to vertical hanging techniques right out of the box. Its greatest strength is its sheer adaptability. It fully breaks down to serve 4 distinct functions: a low and slow smoker, an open grill, a sturdy stovetop base, and a backyard fire pit. When assembled as a smoker, a lid-mounted adjustable vent system lets you fine-tune the oxygen feeding your coals. You can dictate the exact internal airflow from the outside, keeping your thermodynamic seal perfectly intact. To survive those different use cases, it relies on a thickened steel construction. Both the water basin and the charcoal basin are fully enameled to withstand repeated, intense heat cycles without warping. The Grill Life earns the top spot because it acts as a comprehensive outdoor toolkit for every season, removing the limitations of a single-use appliance. Choosing a modern smoker comes down to deciding how you want to spend your time outdoors. You can plug an insulated electric unit into the wall and walk away, or commit to the active craft of managing airflow and a bed of hot coals. As long as the underlying thermodynamic engineering is sound, both of these paths will consistently deliver exceptional, tender results. The true best smoker of 2026 is the one that correctly matches your personal tolerance for hands-on craft versus pure convenience.